Greetings, all you slip joint lovers and modern traditional enthusiasts. Welcome to Baxter's Blades. You're entering the Tiger Pit. Meow. Today we are checking out another Rosecraftblades. Just released the Lick Creek Loom Fixer. No, I did not just lick the knife. And maybe I'll do a short of me licking the knife, but I doubt it. Yes, Loom Creek Fixer RCT025 Rab. It's Rab. Red something bone? I guess I should have researched that. It is rose madder-esque red bone. And, well, let's check it out. Oh, you just got pinked. Will you look at that? They called it rose madder red bone. And yeah, I could see red in there. You know, they hinted it was a light red, which is pink. You just got pinked for sure. Now, they're not all this color. They vary. Some are darker, some are lighter. This isn't mine, so I did not get pinked. My buddy Brad ordered this, and I was going to order the rosewood one. But last minute, I kind of chickened out. I'm like, well, I want to see this rose madder bone before I order the rosewood one, because I have plenty of Rosecraft and wood covers for sure. I wanted to see it. Now, I really like this one. It is a loom fixer. It is similar to the old Rough Rider Half Hawks, which I'm not sure if Andy Armstrong designed those or if he just did a spin on them. Under 3-inch blade. I'm not going to get into all the specs. Always D2 steel on these. Beautiful diamond shield in stainless. Nickel silver pins is what I've heard. I thought they might just be stainless pins, but they say nickel silver. Let's get a closer look at that in the shadows. It really depends on the light. I'm sure if you get this out in the light, it's a really nice bright red. But Brad thinks he has gotten pinked for sure, and I kind of would agree. Now, a diamond shield is very fascinating. If there was any pattern that Andy Armstrong would put a heart shield on, I'd say this would be it, because it's pink. Really cool pattern. Like I said, I was going back and forth. I was going to get the rosewood. I wanted to see this first. And now I just don't know. I guess I could pick up a wood one. It's a really nice. But let me show you a few others here. This is what red bone looks like. This is the Rough Rider Red Saw Cut Half Hawk. Bolster lock. That's red bone. Let's check out another. One of my absolute favorites, the Rough Rider Cinnamon Stag Half Hawk. Let's get a few out of the way here. The Rough Rider Buckshot Bone Half Hawk. This is two-bladed with a pen blade. You can see the similarities. Now, my camera's angled a bit. The Rough Rider does have swedging. It's not quite as pronounced as the Rosecraft. You can see the awesome swedging on this loom fixer. I'm not going to get into the nail nicks and the mirror polish that the Rough Rider has and the satin finish, but let me set them down here and get this one out of the way for a second. There's more, you can see there's more of a sway to the loom fixer, and possibly just a little bit larger here at the end. But I don't know, looking at this half hawk here, it's pretty close. Pretty close. But this generally has a thicker handle because it has the pin blade. So I have plenty of half hawks. And so I'm really debating on whether or not to get this one. You know, I don't think it's going to sell out super fast. It's not a stag. And the half hawk is a fantastic pattern. Feels great in the hand, single blade. But when you order red bone, you want some red bone. This is beautiful saw cut red bone. It's probably a $12 knife. What do these run? $62.95, $62.99, $63. It is a fantastic knife. They come very sharp. Let me do a little demonstration. Screaming sharp from the factory. Unlike a lot of my other favorite knife manufacturers that don't, and you have to fine hone their edge. And they're about the same price. So you do get quality materials. D2 is an exceptional blade steel for a traditional knife. I do love their bone covers. I have plenty of them. I actually prefer Rosecraft's bone covers, but I don't know, I'm going to pick this one up because it's kind of pink. Nothing wrong with pink, it's just not my favorite color. But with this diamond shield, revolutionary. So glad he came out with another shield. If I picked this one up, I'd probably pick it up in the rosewood, but I do have plenty of Rosecraft in wood. Sweetwater Creek Space Shield. One of my absolute favorites, the Stinking Creek Sowbelly Club Shields. So Andy, you gotta bring, not that you're watching, a heart shield. I know, heart shield, it's very, very touchy subject, but you gotta, so I can have a full house. So I'd probably pick up the wood one because, well, some of my favorite Rosecrafts in wood. Love this Cane Creek. What an amazing swell center. Don't forget the Zambezi. And the Beaver Creek Barlow. Lots of wood covers. And you can actually see grain to this in the sunlight. It just looks really dark in this light. But lots of variety. This was the first rosewood French project I got. And this rosewood is so much more unique than the other ones. The grain's denser. Maybe it was the cut. And this Lusahatchee has amazing snap pop. Listen to that. So, do I need a loom fixer in wood? Well, no, probably not. But I will probably pick one up, even though I have 3 Rough Riders that are almost identical to this. Let's get some of this out of the way. I know this makes for a long video, me opening and closing knives. But just wanted to show you a few examples of the wood covers by Rosecraft. And I kind of prefer all these other patterns over the loom fixer, just because the half hawk is not my favorite. Doesn't mean it's not your favorite. And a lot of it, you know, you may have a loom that you need to fix. There's a whole purpose. This is built for the Industrial Revolution and the machines, the looms that they had to go in and cut out stuff. So it's purpose built. This would be a great rope knife. Half hawks are great pruning knives because the sway back feels really good like this motion. Let me show you a pruning knife. That is a sway back. Arthur Wright and Son, buffalo horn, Peacher. Blade shape's totally different, but it's a smaller sway back. And you can see the handle shape is very similar. How it swells out a lot and it's rounded toward the end. And the blade to handle length ratio is short. It's a work knife. What else did I want to compare it to? You know, honestly, $14, $15, this Rough Rider Cinnamon Stag, T10 carbon steel, they come razor sharp. It's got a mirror finish. And there's something about the Loom fixer I don't like, and I'm noticing it a lot more and more with other Rosecraftblades, is the sharp angles on the edges. You know, these are hand assembled by humans after they come off the machines, but I don't think there's a lot of chamfering going on after the fact, and maybe it's because their covers are so thin. Now, toward the end there, you can kind of see it's a little chunk, but here they're pretty thin covers. So if you take off that edge, it's going to be like a razor fine piece of bone, and it'll probably chip. Great fit and finish on these, though, despite that. And this, you don't notice it because of the cinnamon bone stag, but if you take a look at, you know, say this Rough Rider, it's exactly the same way. Very sharp edge right here and here, you know, so nothing new from China. Fantastic work knives. Is it overpriced? It really depends on what you like. To me, this is probably about a $45, $50 knife. They're $63, but me, old man Baxter, everything's expensive in my eyes nowadays. Another example of a swayback, the Clinch River swayback. I thought it was similar, but it's not quite. The bolsters are completely different, and this is a different type of swayback. Let's see if I can get up here without cutting myself. See how the ends are completely different. Both bear heads, which apparently all these half hawks that I've shown are all bear heads. I absolutely love this knife. I should be carrying it more. I just don't carry it that much. Maybe because it's bigger and I'm carrying like some sort of buck or some sort of modern blade and then a smaller slip joint. This would be a great primary carry, though. Just careful. Maybe I don't carry it because my Bourbon Creek bit me once. Took a chunk out of my skin. So the Lick Creek Loom Fixer. Fantastic knife. Just be wary that you'll get rose madder light red. You may get pinked. I told Brad you could possibly dye it. You could reach out to Andy Armstrong and say, hey, Andy, I'm not happy with it. Andy stands behind his product. If there's some reason you don't like your knife, you pretty much can reach out to him, and he's more than happy to send you another one. So Brad may do that, or he may just soak it in some darker red dye, because that's his preference. Thank you so much for joining me here in the Tiger Pit, checking out this new Rosecraftblades. There's more to come from them. I have a Sodbuster Jr. on the way. You all stay sharp, be kind, and take chances. Take care.